Hi everyone, I am the owner of Travis Plush Productions, and we're on year 11 now, which is pretty crazy. I feel like every year it feels increasingly impossible to keep going, but we're still here. And today, I'm here to just discuss my general plans and roadmap for 2024. Let's get started. So I guess to start with the ongoing series, we obviously have the star of the show, FNAF Plush Season 6. If you're unaware, this is obviously the 6th season of my Five Nights at Freddy's plush series. I started all the way back in 2015. 8 years. I remember when I made the advertisement remake and we were on year 4. We've doubled that, which is pretty crazy. So, Season 6 currently has 2 arcs going on, if you're unaware. We have the Remnants of Glitch Trap arc, which is the more street-level arc, exploring what the characters in the current world are doing, and the Fazbear Fanverse arc, which is a long-form multiverse story exploring Springtrap, Candy, and Popgo's adventures throughout the multiverse. This season is not only the longest, but the biggest season of the show that I've done. We are already almost at the typical season length, and I still have quite a lot of episodes to release, so keep looking forward to that. We also have FNAF Plush Season 0, or better known as FNAF Plush Genesis. The first episode of the series released in the middle of December of last year, and the last 4 episodes will slowly be released within the coming months. And we obviously have the less serialized series that have always been on my channel, Cuphead Plush, Pikmin Plush, and I do plan on doing some one-off videos with other things at some point in the future, if I get the time, obviously. And I would like to restart my Sonic Plush series. I made a sort of pilot episode last year, which didn't do too well, unfortunately, but I feel like with a different scope and different scale, I think I could make it work. Obviously, that comes at the support of you guys, which has to be pretty high. And one last series that obviously I have currently announced, Invader The Plushverse. Probably wondering where this has been. Invader The Plushverse has been on indefinite hiatus for quite a while now. The last episode was in summer of 2021, and I've went through very different drafts, revitalizations, and understandings of where I want to take the story going forward and where I want to close it. The first of my larger upcoming projects I want to announce is a movie. Invader The Plushverse will receive a full-length film sometime near the end of 2024/start of 2025. This film will be used to end off the series and sort of spin the narrative for PlushTuber characters as these will go forward. This film will serve as an end to the series and the characters, and will sort of spin where they would go going forward. The film is currently titled Invade the Plushverse Ignis Annihilation, which this is subject to change. The film will follow 3 teams as they attempt to fight to piece together the Omni Meteor, which was explored in the last episode that was released, and will probably be around 2 hours in length. There will be 1 or more episodes of Invade the Plushverse released prior to this. However, the exact number is uncertain. In all honesty, if I had to describe this year, it would be the year of conclusivity. But that doesn't mean there aren't new things on the horizon. I also want to start trying to make some more commentary videos this year. I have tried a few commentary videos, and I just want to give the format another shot. These never did terribly, and I think, honestly, I could make some cool stuff with it. I just hope you all give it a chance. Now, this is the bombshell, I think, that is going to sting a little. Season 6 of FNAF Plush is the last season. The last 8 years of creating FNAF Plush has been just super fun. I loved creating this world with you guys together, and just building on a serialized content form that's just been so much fun. I love all the characters I've invented in the world and places that they've been to, and the thing is with me, I just think that the ending I have is too good to keep going forward. I thought that with Season 5, however, the story of Season 6 presented an opportunity too good to pass up. However, with the way things are writing, the conclusivity of it all, I just think this is the best place to end it. The last episode of FNAF Plush will not be a movie, however, it will be a feature-length episode. clocking in somewhere from an hour to an hour and a half long. I know I say that when my first movie was only an hour, but you kinda understand where I'm coming from there. While this movie is a fifth of the length of Afton's Pathogen, I think the stakes and everything that's going to go into it will warrant its runtime. This finale is probably the biggest thing I've ever done, and it's a lot more densely packed than Afton's Pathogen. As much as I love that movie, I think it had a lot of pacing issues, and I think that amounted to it being 5 hours long. It mostly was due to the fact that I wanted to cram spotlight for every single character I could, which is a good thing for some people. However, others definitely want a shorter experience, and I think Afton's Pathogen was kind of a slog to get through as a result. It's a great movie, but it definitely was split into 2 parts for a reason. The current title of this episode is FNAF Plush Ultimate Custom Night. You'll have to see what that entails. However, I'm not done with FNAF on this channel, at least not yet. Shoot, I'll probably be doing FNAF until I quit. It's just too much fun. Soon, I will be doing 2 ongoing Five Nights at Freddy's plush series. Obviously, this means each series will receive less frequent uploads than the current FNAF Plush series. However, I think both of them will offer different corners for different kinds of people. The first series is pretty simply named FNAF Plush World. This is a non-serialized FNAF Plush series, meaning there will be no lore and no ongoing story. Kinda like how Season 1 was, but I think even less in effect considering that even Season 1 did have a story. These series episodes will be almost not connected at all, if very loosely, following what is essentially the exact same characters from the official FNAF Plush series, only, like I said, no connected story and basically no reference to lore-relevant moments from the original run. And then the other series, I'm going to have to be a little bit more vague about. This series is another FNAF Plush series that will explore the legacy and lore of the Afton family. And this series will obviously be serialized, focusing almost entirely on the ongoing narrative and the stakes that would bring. Of course, there will still obviously be comedy elements, but I think this is just something that's different enough from my typical story plots that it'll warrant it. If anything, it's kind of funny, Genesis was almost a test run for this idea. I hope I don't end up retreading too much ground, but I think that the lore I set up for Genesis and the lore for this series is different enough to where it won't feel too samey. I gave it a lot of thought about my FNAF Plush series, and I realized that I don't really offer a whole lot different outside of my individual personality to the genre. While yes, I do love my work, and I think I'm very proud of it, it's still just a FNAF Plush series at the end of the day. And I think, considering I feel so good about the ending of my current FNAF Plush series, I think not only will these 2 new series be distinct enough to stand on their own, I think they're just going to be a lot better of a watch for you guys. If people just want to come for the funny, they can come for the funny. And if people want to come for the more ongoing, interconnected story, they can go for that story. I don't quite know what my serialized series is going to entail in terms of scale, but I want to try putting a lot of effort into it. Higher budget, higher entertainment value. Shoot, I might even get a voice cast. Again, I'm still in very early stages of this. I want to finish the first FNAF Plush series before I go on to making 2 more. But I think you'll all really enjoy it. I know. This is a lot. It's always going to be a lot. But I think I'm taking a lot more value into what I create. Not only because I'm expanding my minds as a creative, I'm in college now, if you weren't aware, so I only really have a third of the year to film any content that I want to make. And I think I want to let those 3 months be special. Not only for what I love doing, but just to bring you guys something that makes you happy. Because, every positive comment makes this all the more worthwhile because you guys just love it so much. I'm not gonna lie, ending FNAF Plush really stings, but I think it'll bring on to better things. And I would really hate to beat the horse until it's unrecognizable. I just think this ending's gonna be so good that you guys aren't even really gonna want more, and that these 2 new series will be a good enough replacement to where you guys don't miss it as much, and you're more happy for what it did than what it could have been. I guess this is just weird for me, because I've never ended a series on this channel. Well, I did one. The Bendy Thing Machine series did have a conclusive ending. However, that was more me trying to get it out the door than me being genuinely passionate for how the series wrapped up, as sad as that is to say. I want to do it right this time. FNAF Plush has literally been an 8-year journey, almost a decade. I want it to be special. These series will be ongoing throughout the year, and I estimate that Ultimate Custom Night is going to release sometime in the third quarter of 2024. Shortly after, FNAF Plush World and the Afton Family FNAF Plush series will release. Both names are sort of a work in progress. Again, everything's a work in progress until it's out on the table. YouTube is such a fun hobby for me. I think my scope's changed so much. Honestly, a couple years ago, I was just ready to drop the whole thing once I got to college, but I just realized it means so much to me, you know? And even if I do eventually have to drop it and go on to do bigger and better things, or it has to take a major backseat in my life, I'll always value it, and I want to do it as long as possible and bring you guys cool stuff because the positive recognition I get from it is just, it's really motivating. So yeah, that's my current roadmap. Lots of exciting stuff coming this year. If anything, it might be my biggest year ever. But we'll see. I want to thank you all for watching as far as you have, and thank you all for watching what's going forward. And I do have one more last announcement that I think you guys will be pretty excited for. I can only show a small snippet of it, but I think once you realize what it is, you'll be pretty darn excited. Thank you guys for watching. Bye. Did you catch it? Yeah, that was it.